Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Brothers, sisters, respected elders, and our dear children. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. May peace and Allah's mercy and blessings be upon you. Now I've been asked, actually let me rephrase, I've been forced to come here and share a few words with you by the organizers, so thank you for that. So I thought, seeing that we're halfway through the program, it might be a good idea for us to revisit why we are doing what we're doing. Every year we come together and we have the open mic event. Now, in the last few days, you have heard the words our community, our children, our future. What do we mean by that? It's important to understand that our vision here at Masjid-e-Salaam is to empower our children to be part of society by being a positive contribution to their community, so that they are torchbearers not just for themselves, for future generations also. Now, this open mic night, while simplistic in its format, the reason behind it is very crucial, and it is important we understand it. So over the years, we've kept the open mic night as a means of encouraging our children to challenge themselves, to ask them to go out of their comfort zone, to be bold, to be brave, to try something they otherwise wouldn't feel comfortable doing, so that by doing so, they gain confidence, so that they break down their own barriers, so that they can be the best version of themselves. The open mic night allows us to give our children this opportunity, for them to share with us their hidden talents, for them to prove to themselves they are capable of more than they think. All this whilst having fun under the supporting umbrella of their peers, parents, teachers, and of course elders. Now this year we are in 2020, and the numbers 2020 also stand for someone who has perfect vision or perfect eyesight. But there is a difference between sight and vision. Sight allows you to know where you are, and vision allows you to know where you are heading. Now it is important to us that whilst our children navigate themselves through their formative years, and as they discover who they are and what they are capable of, we are there to support them in allowing them to see where they are, what they are doing, and who they have around them, so that they know where they are heading, what does their future look like, and who is on the journey with them. Tonight is an example of one of the many ways we can do this for our children and our communities. Now, we have already seen our fabulous children share some of their talent with us, and we have some more to show you as well. So if you allow me to, I will share one small story with you, and with this I will end, inshallah. So I want you to imagine that there is a stadium. The stadium is full of not hundreds of people, but thousands of people. There are people in the stands, and there are people sitting in the center of the field as well. There is a stage in the middle. Everybody is focused on the stage. Now this gathering is for a graduation ceremony. The graduation ceremony is not just for any people. Therefore, the graduation ceremony is for blind people. So you can imagine what it's taken to get to that stage for these people. Now, in the center of the stage, there is a man. The man standing, and he's about to convey a message to these people. He is a poet. So he's a man of not too many words. So he thinks to himself, what can I say to these fabulous individuals that have already given their blood, sweat and tears to get to this stage? What can I say to them that will help them in this next step they're taking on their journey? So he chooses his words wisely. And he picks 2 lines. That's all he says to them. He was given a 20-minute slot, but he picked 2 lines. I want to share these 2 lines with you today. Now, the poet was Urdu speaking, so I'll have to do a translation with you, so bear with me. So this is what he says to all these people that are focused on him and watching him in this moment. What does he say? This is what he says. Anjam uske had mein hai. The conclusion, the outcome, that is in the hands of the Creator. Anjam uske had mein hai. Agaz karke dekho. So for you is to speak. For you is to take the step. For you is to do what you are doing for the sake of Allah. And the outcome, the conclusion is in the hands of Allah. So what does he say? Anjam uske had mein hai. Agaz karke dekho. Bige hue paro se pawaz karke dekho. So imagine a bird that's drenched. Imagine a bird that's wet. Its natural instinct is to fly, but it can't. So what does it do? Does it sit there? It has a choice. Does it sit there or does it attempt to dry itself off? It struggles, it feels heavy. However, what does it do? It takes the first step. Eventually, it dries himself off. Then what does it do? Spreads the wings. Flaps. Flaps 100 times. Dries off. Flaps 1,000 times. It's drying even more. Eventually, through the effort, the bird surely starts flying off. Now, what does the bird think? The bird thinks through the effort that the bird put in, it's flying. However, we know it is the wind that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala puts underneath the bird that allows it to fly. So think about that. It is important for us to put the effort in. However, it is by the will of Allah that we will succeed. So we have to always keep that in the forefront of our everything that we do. So now, before I finish, to everybody who's listening in, to the grandparents and elders, I request you remember us in your dua. For the parents, I'd like you to take stock of what we are doing with the amana that we have, which are our blessed children. Are we doing the best we can to support them? And to the children, I say, challenge yourself, be confident, get out of your comfort zone, be bold and be brave. It won't be easy, but remember, when times are good, Allah loves you. When times are bad, Allah still loves you. Be a positive influence to the ones around you. Have ikhlas in your heart. Make sure everything you do is for the pleasure of Allah. And so when you are feeling stressed, when you feel heavy and struggle to move, put the effort in, take the first step, dust yourself off, spread your wings, put the effort in, aim high, and you too will see how you can fly. With Allah's help, you too will soar in the sky. Jazakallah.